I don't cry when it rains no more, or I get dirt on my shoes. I don't mind climbing 8 more floors, 'cause these stairs are all heading to you. I don't wait for tomorrow's sunshine when I feel it today. And when it's cold in the dead of winter, remember that snow melts away. One more cold drink, one more roll, one more dance before the doors get closed. Please remember, enjoy the show. Let's get happy before we get old.
Hey everybody, it's Rick and Jen.
Hey guys, Rick and Jen from Totally Hitched.
We just stopped by our camper to check our fridge. We just went on our first week-long camping trip ever. And of course, like 2 days in, our Furrion went out, which we had heard
Right.
rumors that they're not that great.
So we're down a fridge. We do have an appointment to bring it in for repair, but the guy told me I could probably take it out and repair some fuse myself. Don't know if I want to get into that for the first time. Figure we'll bring it in, see what those guys say. I don't want it to be like an ongoing issue where I'm going to have to be camping and pull the fridge out to change the fuse all the time. So we'll see what happens. I don't know much about that refrigerator, that Furrion brand, but from what we hear or read, people don't tend to like them. If you watch any of our other videos, I did love it. It
never had a
got
problem
ice
before.
cold right away, numerous times. A ton of weekend trips that we used it on, never a problem. Probably about 14 trips in 10 months, never an issue. Of course, we go for a week and we stock up food, thinking we're not going to leave the campground. Tri-tips, flat irons, flanks, a couple pieces of tuna.
Popsicles for the kid.
Yeah, popsicles for the kid. And not like your regular grocery store popsicle, like a Costco size popsicles. But they ate them as quick as they could, so we didn't lose too many of them, I guess. And we did have the function of using the outdoor fridge, which really helped. We spoke about bringing our little ice maker. Last minute, bonehead Rick forgot to bring it. If we had that also, it wouldn't even have been an issue. But in the meantime, it is broken. That was one of the biggest selling points to me on that in this camper, was that the fridge could operate 12 volt. We like that idea. I like the full-size fridge idea. It is huge at 6 cubic feet.
I don't know.
I think it's like a 6 cubic feet, so it's big. It's big. We sacrificed some bathroom space and some counter space and some table space to have this big fridge, which is a shame that it's broken, but still under warranty. Not really concerned about it. Bring it to the dealer. They can fix it or replace it, whatever. I'm not worried. Just kind of stinks that it happened while we were on the road and for a week. It was a weekend trip, and we didn't have, I was cooking. But I had 5 pieces of meat on the Blackstone and 1 piece in the portable smoker, just because I didn't want it to spoil. But that was in Grayton Beach, Florida, where we went.
It was an awesome trip. It's we're in South Carolina, so we did 5 days at Grayton Beach, and we added a stopover day on the way there and the way back, and we stopped at R. Schaefer Herd in Georgia.
In Georgia, yeah.
It was a nice campground. We had Lake
Army Engineers campground, I think it was. Something to do with Army Engineers. The first night down there, I could tell you that was a sight for sore eyes. I did not like driving through Atlanta. That was, I'll spend an extra hour going out of the way to avoid that again. That place is a nightmare, dude. I don't know how people live there or drive like that. I'm from New York, so I'm used to traffic, but that was just ridiculous.
Not fun point.
Yeah,
and we didn't have the greatest weather on the way down, so it was the first time I felt a little bit of sway, and I'm sure my anxiety made it much worse than it really is, because our full-size truck, I think, really did, anytime it started to.
We don't have any anti-sway bars or whatever else equipment you could throw on there, anything like that.
The dealer told us that we didn't need it with the size of our camper and the size truck that we had, that it would tow fine, and we haven't. It's been great. Yeah. This is the first time, like I'm saying, that we took it on the highways, and you just felt a little bit when a big rig went by, but, really, Not even all the time. Maybe
Not even
maybe once or twice.
I mean, and
It did
nothing horrible. It is a 2003 GMC, big old Vortex engine in there. Tow's fine. We felt a little bit of sway, and again, we don't have any added equipment to avoid that. But that traffic in Atlanta was horrible. So getting down to that stop in Georgia, I'm telling you, was a real sight for sore eyes to just pull in, relax. It was a real stressful drive.
It's the first time we traveled that you bring your house with you, you know, it was awesome. We typically used to go to Disney on vacation. We did stop at hotels a couple times instead of driving straight down, and that was always nice, but it's so much nicer to have, you know, what feels like your own bed.
Yeah.
Your own things.
Your own food.
Bathroom,
I mean, it was nice that we were able to stop.
Especially with COVID.
Set up real quick. I think Jen made some soup, some chicken sausage soup with some couscous, some pearl couscous, some tomatoes. Really good soup that first night. Hit the spot because it was cold and it was windy. Kid had fun, you know, playing his games with us. But again, it was nice to drive 4 hours, or I'm estimating, drive about 4 hours, stop, spend a night, and know we were only 4 hours away from our destination again. We didn't unpack everything, so it wasn't like we didn't clean up like a screened-in room and grills and smokers and all other kinds of fun stuff. So that was a real nice way to drive. I don't like traffic. There's nothing you could do about it. Just gotta kind of eat it. It was to the point where we would, you know, living in New York and driving to Florida, we would leave like 11 o'clock at night just to drive as much as we could without traffic. And it always worked out well for us. We left on a day that we didn't think there was going to be traffic. We left on a weekend. But there still was really bad traffic in Atlanta. I would definitely avoid it at all costs next time. I don't want to do that ever again. Not that I'm scared or nervous, just it was a pain. It's not, you know, I'm going on vacation to relax, to unwind, to have fun, not deal with this, you know, boneheads cutting you off and knuckleheads trying to pass you on your left and you can't see. I just would never do it again. So it was really nice to stop and spend the night, like Jen said. We didn't lug any luggage into an elevator up to a hotel room, or anything like that. You know, we didn't have to unload gear out of our car thinking that someone might hotel lobby steal us or something like that. So it was really, really nice to just drive, pull in, unwind, have a good meal. We did have a lakeside site. We always try to get those whenever they're available. We didn't do anything with the raft or anything with the radio controlled boat or anything like that, but it still is nice to be close to the water. To me, you know, we always try to go for those. Then our journey continued down to beach, where we were also lakeside, but it was more like a swamp.
Grayton Beach is super, super nice. It's in the Santa Rosa, Destin, you know, area. It's one of the few areas in the country that has a dune lake, you know, right by. It connects to the ocean, so it's really cool. You are half a mile to a mile from the beach. You can walk, ride your bike, or drive there from the campground. But the campsite's also on a lake, so that's cool.
It was neat because it was a back-end site, and you'll see in the videos how close that lake was to us. But like I said, it was more like a swamp.
Well, in that area. It is a beautiful lake outside of that, but our view, corner
that lake,
was marshy looking.
It was marshy looking, but I think that led into the lake where you could do like water sports, like kayaking and paddle boats.
Yeah, people do the stand-up paddle boards, kayaking.
Which I think was all available to rent.
Yes, they have a really nice little boat dock, like halfway to the beach. And I bought a couple t-shirts. They have a little gift shop in there. Really nice lady to help you. You can rent kayaks, and I think I saw stand-up paddle boards, which I would assume you could take in the ocean too.
Did you see paddle boats too also?
No.
Okay,
I think just kayaking. Yeah, we brought our inflatable raft, which we could have used if we paddled. I did read online that you could use a trolling motor, so we brought it thinking that we could, but the ranger said absolutely not. No motors in the lake whatsoever. You can use your own kayak. Yeah, but...
Boo.
Yeah.
I was looking forward to it.
We were going to go alligator hunting.
And it's also, you know, again, it's something, I was looking forward to it, to use that raft. I love doing that. But it was also a bummer because it took up space. You know,
Yeah.
if I didn't pack the raft, the trolling motor, and the attachment to connect it to the boat, maybe I wouldn't have forgot the ice maker, and we wouldn't have had, we wouldn't have worried so much about the.
I still wanted to take the raft in, but you always think you have so much time to do everything, and then you get busy and you don't end up doing everything.
But
especially in that area,
because
there's really so much to do.
We were able to, like I said, we had that lake right behind us, and it was more like a swamp, so it was fun. We checked for alligators all the time. We're looking, still nothing. I don't think they really exist. I think they're just a mythical beast. Because I've never seen them, and that would be like if you were driving
to Florida multiple times a year.
Yeah, and if you were driving on the road, you would say, "Oh, there's an alligator in there," and there was no alligators. There was a crazy bullfrog nightmare,
Symphony.
dude. Yeah, I mean, those bullfrogs are going crazy one night by the fire. I think we might have a little bit of video of that, but. That lake was right behind us, and like I said, it was more of a marsh, so you couldn't really do much in it. I didn't even want to put the radio control boat in there because I figured it might get stuck in the weed or something like that. I wasn't going to go fishing in there because who knows? Maybe there was alligators. I just didn't see them. But the the beach, well, actually the boardwalk, I should say the boardwalk, was like an 8-minute bike ride from our campsite. Okay,
they have nice racks there. It's a big bike area, so you can lock up your bikes at the beach.
Yeah, there was right when you would we would leave the thing and you'd ride the bike down. Like I said, I think it was 8 minute. I think I recorded one whole trip, and I think the video was 8 minutes long. And there's locks, a bike rack where you could, obviously lock up your bikes, which we did. Damien, our son, has a really cool bike that has a big basket in the back, so whatever we needed to bring, we were able to put in there. And where you lock your bikes up, I guess there was like the bathhouse. There was a women's and men's restroom.
And it's very clean for a beach.
Yes, very clean. A couple of soda dispensing machines, and I looked like foot showers, beach showers over there. And then you just walked on a boardwalk through the dunes because they're protected. Because I guess it's a turtle breeding area or a bird sanctuary or something like that. So you can't walk on the dunes, but they put a nice boardwalk right through the dunes, and then you follow that boardwalk and you get right onto the beach. Beautiful beach.
The sand is the softest sand I've ever felt. I'm from California. He's from New York. We've been to Hawaii. It's a nice,
very nice
beach.
White sand beach. Not I'm from Long Island, so surrounded by beach. Pebble Beach, Sand Beach, Rock Beach, Stone Beach, all kinds of beaches. But no white sand beach, and it was really
fine.
Yeah, soft. It was soft, cushiony, nice to walk on. White sand beach, super duper clear water, and back to riding the bikes too. It's nice riding your bike through a campsite because it's very safe. There's a lot of people on bicycles, a lot of kids playing, speed limit signs everywhere, so you could really feel safe riding bikes through a campground. Not like in my subdivision where people are speeding and it's hilly and you can't see and blind spots and like that. So riding bikes in a campground, I find it real relaxing, just because there's no danger level. I'm not worried about the kid getting hit by a car because the cars aren't driving fast and they're few and far between. A lot more bicyclists than cars. And that would also take a step back to riding the bikes. You're able to ride your bike out of the campsite, and I guess one guy said he was on the bike for 23 miles. So I don't know, but it's a nice long stretch.
It's called 30A, and that's where all the beach towns are down there. So there's tons of cute little restaurants and shops and actual bike trails, right off of the road. That are
like a bike lane, but not on the road. Off from the road. So a couple spots at the cross. A couple spots at the cross.
Yeah, stop at crosswalks.
Parking lot into an ice cream place or a restaurant, or there's like a little village across the way we didn't get to. I would have liked to have gotten to that. It looked like there was a lot of like studios and galas and kid stores and clothing stores and beach stores and souvenir stores and ice cream stores and noodle stores, and all really nice, like a nice little village, I guess you would call it. Looked really interesting. We planned to stop there, but as Jen had said earlier, you never really know what to expect, how much time to have. There was a bad storm one night, so that kind of put a damper on that nighttime thing.
The next day we had planned to go bike riding to that area, but We ended up flying a kite on the beach.
We ended up flying a kite, which was awesome.
It was a great day too. Yeah, but you just have to be prepared for plans to change. And
the park ranger had come by at nighttime, and he said, there might be some storm coming, so bunker down, blah, blah, blah. So, of course, everything you had set up outside, the outdoor shower, had to take that secure, drop it halfway down. I think I dropped it halfway down. Our big screen in the room, we had to take that down. Which is not, again, these are, nowadays, they're all one-ups. They just click, 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 click right up. But still, breaking them down and breaking them down and breaking them down and putting boogie boards underneath shoes, underneath the trailer and all that kind of stuff. So it took a little time to break everything down. And then again the next day to set them back up. We had to get it all back set up again too. So that may be why we just decided to just do a quick beach day that day. No problems. Not at all. It was a great beach day.
Glad we did because of the storm, it blew out, all the waves in the ocean. Yeah. It was so beautiful because the water is so clear there, and there was just no waves. It was so still.
It was like mini waves.
Yeah.
Like 8-inch waves, super flat. It almost looked like a lake. It was a great day to fly the kite because it was kind of windy. And I got that kite up pretty good, and it took a nosedive into the ocean. Thank God it wasn't that busy or not that wavy and stuff like that, because I probably would have lost it, but we were able to retrieve it. Probably like maybe 80 feet. 80 feet of string was out, so maybe 80 feet out in the ocean. So it was hard pulling it back in, because get the sand from the undertow. So it took me a little bit of time to get it back in, but still, it was a great day at the beach, even though the kite crashed and we recovered it and stuff like that. Just a real nice campground. It is in Florida, so I guess there is always that threat of tropical storm at any given time.
Especially in March.
But we're trying to go back again. It just seems like it's really hard to book.
Yeah, so we got lucky. I've been there once before, and I got it the same way. I just randomly check, and once in a while you'll catch if you have the flexibility to book close to your trip, you might catch a cancellation. We enjoyed it so much. This is the first time I got to take Rick. I was so happy to take him there. We love the beach, and we don't get to go as much. And turns out our youngest loves the beach more than I ever realized. So today was the day to book for next year, and I got up at 11 o'clock thinking that I'd be able to get it. Apparently, you have to do it. I don't know when they open it up. It might be midnight. I'm going to check again tonight. But you do have to be on top of when you want to go if you want to get these reservations at the state parks in Florida, which I can see why.
I think
they're full hookups. I think it was $35 a night. Where do you get to go and be near a high-end, gorgeous, probably one of the best beach in the country at a campsite?
Yeah, well, that's the fact that you have to book them out a year in advance and they're fully booked at that year in advance, I think will speak volumes of how attractive this campground is.
Woke up this morning with the sunrise in my eyes. Just like a new day, a breath of fresh air in my life. I don't know how, don't know why, but I'll be toasting all my life. My boots and briefcase are waiting at the door. My ride sweeter to meet the one I love. I don't know how.
I played the dice right and let the good times roll. One me and one ring, forever it's our show. I don't know how and don't know why, but I'll be toasting all my life.
Beautiful beach, beautiful wife, fun camping, kid loved it, a lot of indoor games at night. I got to tell you, I won bunco, lost 2-0, but won bunco. But that was fun. The kid loved it. And you know what? It was nice weather for it. Okay? We could just open some windows, get a nice little ocean breeze in there. We did run the AC a couple times. It did get really hot. But it was a great trip. Everything went well. The Blackstone worked perfect. No problems at all. Refrigerator broke. That's a bummer. We'll take care of it. We always do. If you get the opportunity and you feel like waiting up until midnight to book a campsite, we're going to recommend Grayton Beach. Wherever you are in the country, it's a great trip. And if you're far away, do like we did. Make it an 8-day trip instead of a 5-day trip. Spend a night going down there, spend a night going back. Ain't going to cost you but a campsite fee. Right? You got your wheels. Traveling with your home. Do it up. So until next time, I think that's going to be it. We're done? Yeah? All right. Catch you guys later. Rick and Jen, totally hitched.
Oh, like and subscribe.
Yeah, like and subscribe. I want to quit my day job.